All right, welcome back. Chief Kirk for Kravology. This week we're following up on last week when we talked about hands, body, feet. This week we're going to talk about how we use the concept of hands, body, feet once we've entered and we're making a combination. This is useful. Stay with me. All right, so last week we covered how to enter using hands, body, feet, which is really important in terms of making contact and landing your punch. This week what we're going to talk about is once you've made entry, how does hands, body, feet do two things? One, continue as your movement protocol, but also create a much more efficient and powerful punch for you. So here we go. So I'm in fighting stance. Last week we talked about sort of moving this around a little bit to hide the movement going in. I want to move my hand first, which is not natural. Usually we push with our feet first. So as I move my hand first and come in behind it, I'm set up off the jab. Okay, so the jab's out, my chin's down. I'm in this position. Notice that I've glued this to my body. So my knuckles are on my chin where my chin meets the jaw. And my elbow's almost straight down at my ribs right now. So hands, body, feet would be hard right now if I thought about this hand because it's so far back. I've rotated through. But what will be powerful for you in this process is to think about the punching hand as being, this hand right here, as being the hand that is moving first. So I've made this punch. I need to powerfully retract the punching hand. I need to do it by pulling it into my body right where the jaw meets the chin. Right? Don't let it go back out here. When I do that, it starts this rotation and brings my punching shoulder forward. So I've moved my hand, my body's coming forward, and then my other hand will release as my foot or my toe turns. So I'm out, I've done hands, body, feet. I pull hard here and make this motion here. Okay? I've lined myself up, I've stepped, and I've managed in this process to do two things. Moving hands, body, feet, which is very efficient. The other thing that's really powerful here that I want you to think about is this. When I'm teaching this, I try to ask my students to think about being in a very narrow hallway. So that off this jab, they're not shifting their shoulders this way, but they're very efficiently running their shoulders inside this narrow hallway. If you can do that, you can be much more efficient with your punch, generate great power, and get your punches on target more quickly. So, next time you think about punching, think about hands, body, feet, first going forward, and then the punching hand moving as the hand that starts the following punch. Try this in your training. I know you're going to like it. All right, thanks again for watching this week. Remember to subscribe to Kravology. Check out our social media sites. And as always, walk in peace.